Hey everyone, Cycling Boss here today, taking a look at Zwiftpower.com. Specifically, I want to dive into the individual rankings in the category I race in, that's the C category. So here we are, Zwiftpower's home page, rankings, individual. So this gives an individual rank of all riders. Lower score, lower number is a better ranking. So you're looking for low numbers is what's best. You can see here, these are the top tier A plus racers, all the way down at 77 points for the number one ranked racer. I'm going to come over here and filter to only view category C riders. Takes a second to implement that filter. And here we are. This is the top of the barrel, top of the bunch C category racers. You can see these scores are incredibly a low number, incredibly good ranking. 187, 190 for the top two racers. So I want to try and be competitive. I want to increase my rank. The way to do that is to beat racers and riders who are better than you in a race. So I was kind of cruising through Zwiftpower and seeing where and how are these riders getting such good scores, such low ranking on their races. So I want to take a quick look today at the number one ranked racer. Click on his name. We're going to bring up his profile. He's got some stats. I took a look at this, verifying his data outdoors. Seems to be on the up and up. So here we are, 187 points, 180 races. He is a C category racer, as we can see here. He's first in his category, 500th in his age group, etc. Pop this open and we can see his best three races, the average watts, and the corresponding best 3 watts per kilogram and average. So this tells me right here he's below the 3.2 watt per kilogram limit. Seems to be all on the up and up. So Zwiftpower is doing its job in filtering results. I want to scroll down now to actual races, and there's some group rides in here, so I'm going to actually filter for just the races that give rankings. We see over here on the right hand side results, 170, 183, 312, so on and so forth. And as you pick up these results, if it increases your overall score, that's what you'll see in this game. But one of the first things you probably noticed that once I filtered for races was there's almost no recent C category races. We have one in January, but almost everything else here over the last year has been B category races. And for that matter, you can see a lot of gold trophies, a couple bronze here, 11th there, a lot of success in the B category. You also notice here, average watts per kilogram in these races is above the category limit, above 3.2, and there's a reason for that. So I'm going to click on the view 95%, and 95% of 20-minute power. Well, I don't even know why Zwiftpower tells us this number. There was no 20-minute power in the race over here on the right-hand side of the normalized power. And you'll notice these are sprint races. So let's open up a sample one here from just a few days ago on February 5th. I'm going to filter the C category. And you can see the C category times are 13 minutes. So these are very, very short, very intense races. But what happens is they do not trigger disqualification. So you can go over power limits. This is within the rules. Over power limits for races shorter than 20 minutes. And I don't know if it's within the rules or if it's an oversight by the rules. In fact, let me know your thoughts on this. This rider is incredibly strong. You can see efforts that are above 3.2 watts per kilogram in their profile, but they're not sustained for more than 20 minutes. So he bumps up, wins B category sprint races, stays under the 20-minute power level, scores great points because now again, you get good results. You increase your ranking when you beat racers who are ranked higher than you. So naturally, beating racers in the B category, they have a better score than you. This is going to drastically increase your ranking. But yet you still get to, quote unquote, be ranked as a C racer because you don't have rides that broke 20 minutes in length and still get ranked there. So we can see here, the other one was 13 minutes. This one here, I'll actually sort for the B because he won the B category here. Again, another 13-minute race. This is the, is this in France? Yeah, not much climbing in it, relatively flat. Let's come on back. What was it? Oh, this was the one I looked at before, February 5th. B category, again, a 12-minute race, so very short Richmond flat course. Filter for races one more time. Let's take a look. Took third on this one. Filter. Here we are in third, 14.5. So these are all under the 20-minute limit to actually trigger an upgrade. Now this is an incredibly powerful sprinter here. Looks like he's, let's look at raw watts. Right here, you know, over 1,000 watts for 15-second power, which is the best out of all of the C's. You know, it's pretty good even with the A's. Come on back to the profile, filter for races again. You got to keep clicking these filters in Zwiftpower every time the page reloads. So at the end of the day, we get this ranking. You see the 170, the 183, 189, 190, 204 averages out to the 187. And if you were to follow over here on the right side by which race that is, here we go at 170, here we go at 183, 189. It's this one here, which was the third place in the B category, the 190, third place in the B category, and the 204, first place B category. So what I'm getting at in all of these individual races is that these are wins or podiums or wins in the B category in a sprint race that won't trigger an upgrade. Again, this is within the rules. This is, I'm not saying that he's doing something illegal. I am by no means claiming there's cheating going on here. It's a tactic, it's a technique that's within the rules to get a high ranking. This is a great way, in fact, to race up a category against strong competition and stay within your current category, the C category. This happens often. If you poke around through the top ranked riders, they're bumping up to find better competition and riding against the Bs on occasion. Not all of them, but on occasion some of these riders do this. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your comments. I'd be curious to know what you think of this. Do you like the rules? Do you like the way Zwiftpower has set this up? Is this an oversight by Zwiftpower by not having maybe a 5-minute threshold for power before you get upgraded or disqualified, so that somebody can't take this sort of tactic to get a high rank by missing out on any 20-minute power data? Let me know your thoughts. I'd be curious to hear it. If you enjoy this, I'm going to poke around, look through more top-ranked riders in the C category, well, in all the categories, and get you more videos to come. Like, subscribe. Got a lot more coming. I've been training hard. Sorry I have been away. We got more Zwift racing and more analysis to come too. Thanks, guys.